Morning, everybody. Welcome to Meditate with Adam. Here we are again. Session 171. Thanks for coming along this morning, or whenever you're listening to this. Feel free to stay for the whole session if you want to. We are starting the day with a meditation and starting as we mean to go on, beginning our day with some mind space. Doing this by taking ownership of our mind and being able to focus single-pointedly on our chosen object of meditation. Part of this is learning the technique, what we need to do, find the object of meditation. Our mind becomes distracted, follow it, bring it back. That is part of it, the technique. But another part of it, which I've been talking about this week, is the intention to do that. And this is the same with anything in our life. Having the decision, making the decision to follow the object of meditation, to follow the breath, as opposed to not get distracted. Deciding. When we make an intention, that moves our mind to wherever that intention is leading us. So if we start our meditation with the intention during this session, I'm not going to get distracted, I'm going to stay focused, then this will mean we won't get distracted and we'll stay focused. If later on during the meditation we get distracted and lose our focus, this simply means that we've lost the intention that we started with. We forgot it. Yeah, our mind becomes like a leaky pot or a colander. You put something into it and it just disappears. You know, like you pour water into a colander. It stays in there a little bit, doesn't it? If there's a lot of it, but before you know it, it's gone. Whereas if you have a vessel like this and you pour water into it, I poured some water into this earlier, it's still here and I can enjoy it. Nothing like a glass of white wine first thing in the morning. Or whatever is in there. It's a vessel. Our mind, a lot of the time, because it's not trained, so there's the vessel is not there yet. The training in mindfulness, which in a sense is training our memory, is about creating a vessel for our mind. When information goes into it, it stays there. This whole myth that as you age, you lose your memory and all the rest of it, it all depends what we're doing with our mind on a daily basis. If we have gradually become more and more distracted as the days, weeks, months, and years go by, of course our memory will fade. Our memory will start, our memory will become weaker and weaker. Due to technology, in particular mobile phones, we almost don't need to remember information now. We rely on technology to do that. So we're starting from scratch again. We're building up the strength in our mind. This will help us throughout our life. It'll help us today, but if we keep doing it, it'll help us in the future as well. So we have a trained mind. We can say to it, focus on the breath. I'm going to focus on the breath. What do? We focus on the breath. and we stay there. You know, and when our mind goes off in its habitual distracted way, due to the power of our intention to not get distracted, we come back again. If we adopt this approach with our meditation, we may surprise ourselves how long we can stay focused for. Another element to being focused is that we don't need to be a lot of the time. Yeah, our life doesn't depend on it. Yeah, which weakens our mind. We can just sit here and drift. If our life depended on being focused, we would sit here single pointedly focused. There has to be some passion and drive and need, a need to focus the mind. We are continuing with the counting, so we breathe in 1, breathe out 1, breathe in 2, breathe out 2. We'll do this for 5 minutes or so. Then we'll go to the next stage. Breathe in, not counting, breathe out, count 1, breathe in, count 2 as we breathe out. We'll let go of that and we'll go on to the actual natural breathing meditation, which is just abiding with the natural breath, as though we become one with the breath, following that cycle. And then we'll finish by giving and dedicating all our positive energy to our community around us. Okay, so I listen out for the bells. Beginning our meditation with the intention to stay focused over these 20 minutes ahead of us. To not entertain distraction. And to expand our intention to include everybody in our life and our community and world. May everyone find solutions to their problems. And through the power of our group meditation this morning, may everybody benefit. So although we're looking inwards, our intention is outward. We bring our attention to the breathing. Breathing in, counting 1. Breathing out, counting 1. In this way, we count the in and out breath. Breathing in, counting 2. Breathing out, counting 2. We start our breathing meditation with this counting to help us be focused and to get into this space. And keep counting, see how many rounds of breathing you can count. And if your mind wanders, simply bring it back to the first round again. As well as noticing when our mind wanders and endeavoring to bring it to the breathing. We also keep our intention alive that we're not going to get distracted. We're going to focus. This empowers us to stay with the breath. Now we stop counting the in breath. We start to focus on the natural in breath, and we just count the out breath. So breathing in, breathing out, counting 1. Breathing in, breathing out, counting 2. See how many rounds of breathing you can count, as well as sitting here focusing. We keep our intention to stay focused. Just over these 10 minutes now. The whole day ahead of us, but just for these 10 minutes, try to be single pointedly focused. And this will make so much difference to your day ahead. Let's together try to count 10 complete rounds of breathing before we move on to the next stage of our meditation. Now we let go of the counting, renewing our intention to not get distracted, to be here now and focus. We try to seek, find, hold, and remain with our object of meditation, which is the natural breathing. Feel it flowing through your body. And with your mindfulness, remember to stay with it over these next 5 minutes. This is all we need to do. As our group meditation concludes, we mentally dedicate all the good energy we gathered, both individually and collectively. We dedicate it to our community, our global community. May there be happiness in this world. May the suffering and physical and mental sickness be pacified and healed. through the power of our meditation. And looking at our own practice, may we continue to train our mind. And may we take this energy from our meditation into the day. All around us, change is taking place, and inside of us, change is taking place. We are changing continuously. Sometimes, at points in our life, it doesn't appear like that, and at other times, it appears like things are continuously changing. Just as we are trying to work out one thing, oh, it suddenly all changed again. And we try and find something to hold on to, don't we? But now is the time. We know, don't we, in what's going on at the moment in our world. Very, very impermanent. But our world has always been impermanent. It's just becoming more apparent at the moment. Meditation practice can not only help us, like now we've spent a bit of time away from being busy, distracted, but of course we go into our life and we can quite easily forget everything. But the key now is to take our experience with us and to maintain our intention to stay focused, not to get distracted. So, for example, you can read the news, or have a conversation with someone who's a bit distressed or unhappy. And then quite quickly, our mind can get distracted and we lose that focus. So try to maintain your intention to stay focused. And you'll surprise yourself how much productivity and how much you can get done. Yeah. Many things maybe we wanted to get done previously, which we haven't got around to doing. When the mind is focused, easily accomplish it. It's said it's like a bird, when a bird flies, like an eagle. Any eagles around? I saw a hawk yesterday. They exercise some effort initially to get going, and then they glide. So this is the same with our intention, and then benefiting from our intention. So we make the intention, I'm going to stay focused and concentrated. And then we'll find ourselves staying focused and concentrated. But then as we get this, so that's the gliding. Yeah, like the eagle gliding. But the eagle, whatever the bird is, it has to occasionally, flap a little bit. That is then renewing our intention through the day. So we see our mind wandering off, getting distracted, getting upset, getting disappointed. We go back to the intention we set in meditation. I'm going to stay focused and distracted. So that's, and then again, glide. Eventually, like a great eagle gliding almost effortlessly, we will be like that. But initially, of course, as a small bird, we have to expend some energy. Have a wonderful day ahead. And I hope to see you tomorrow for session 172 in the evening.